Hello everyone, welcome to our second episode of Interhouse Diaries. Our guest for today's episode is Royal Strikers captain and our leading run scorer Khanzada and Wolfpack's very important all-rounder Mohsin. So guys, another round of Interhouse games over. What do you think?
It was an interesting week. We had close games at the beginning, close games in the end. The middle one was alright, it wasn't that great. Khan played a very good innings, scored a half century. Avi bowled well.
True, very true.
A shocking week.
The first game starts with Corner Tigers. I think Corner Tigers batted first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Corner Tigers batted first. Excellent ball by Srinivas to get Ahmed out.
Yeah.
I think it was Yorker. Then I think Waleed got out too.
Yes, right. Waleed got out
very
too,
quickly,
really,
and
yes.
I think Atiq handled the innings pretty well. Alright, he stayed on, and they got to a reasonable total, around 44. I think with Corner Tigers, 44 is very defendable.
But the extras bowled by Avi's team, they actually took them out of the game. 23 extras. It's actually not a joke bowling that many extras. Our team bowled that many extras last week, and you know what the result was, right?
Surprisingly, Gandhi ended up taking 3 wickets.
Good bowling
Yeah,
performance.
he almost took a hat-trick too. And I feel like when Srinivas dropped that catch of Gandhi's, everyone was shouting like, "Oh, Gandhi's gonna ban him now."
Yeah.
But that was an interesting part.
The catch that
Swandeep, right?
Swandeep took,
Oh yes,
a very good catch.
I even catch that.
Very
Like,
good catch.
Wow.
And honestly, people didn't expect that from him. People didn't expect the bowling performance from Gandhi's team, but
Yeah.
it showed us that how important Viren is to
True.
his team.
Yeah, like
Actually
he
shows.
controls the batting for
Yeah.
Corner Tigers.
What Viren does is so well is that he stays, right? He stays, he takes his time, and then whenever he has the opportunity, he goes on and he's very explosive.
Even in Corner Tigers' last game, like they were looking for like 1-2 overs where they could like capitalize on, and Viren took that over and like got like 15-20 runs.
Yeah, because like you look at Viren and technically he's a very sound batsman. Yeah,
Very true.
his shoulders, his elbows, everything's in line. His eyes are always on the ball. You see that, and that's not every batsman in the league. Very less batsmen play like that.
Very true.
So you see that you know that gives him a sound platform. Look at Prakan. It gives
Yeah.
him a sound platform. I myself, I don't take risks, many risks, because I know that at the end there is a chance that I could get few runs off here and there. Yeah.
True, very true. And then starts batting. There wasn't that many extras to play with, but Gandhi again played really well. He got the score like really like close.
Yeah, they needed what 18 runs in the last over.
Yes.
I think around
17, 18 runs,
yeah.
and Gandhi hit Ahmed for 2 sixes.
I think first 3 balls, it was very tight.
Very
It was very tight. But Gandhi couldn't take a single because, you know, the other batsman's going to be on strike,
True.
and then,
The interesting thing, when Gandhi hit those 2 sixes of Ahmed's ball, someone shouted
the
from
look
back.
on Ahmed's face, man.
Yeah, but when Gandhi hit 2 sixes on Ahmed's ball, someone from behind shouted, "Someone do a drug test on Gandhi."
But I think so. Gandhi, when he sees the ball in his area, he's always been able to hit people off.
True.
He's actually always been able to hit people off. It's just that his good area where he can hit is so small that if you bowl in the right lengths, it's very tough for him.
True. And then at the end, like Bashar used his experience to like win the game for Corner Tigers. Like he got his like momentum right at the end. Like he started bowling at the
But still, hitting Bashar for 2 sixes is not a small amount.
not a small round. Yes, very true. Not taking any credit away from Gandhi. He
Yeah.
batted really well and bowled really well too.
Genuinely,
Yeah.
very good game by him.
Very good game. Very good. Like, true.
And his main players didn't step up. Imran didn't step up.
Yeah.
Imran played what 11 runs.
11.
That's not bad, but that's not great because like chasing 44.
Yeah.
I think so. You have to take a responsibility, stand up, and see the game through.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
even
simple,
Imtihan too, right?
True.
Yeah, they're very experienced batsmen.
Yeah,
They have to take more responsibility, right?
I think Gandhi counted on them.
Yeah.
The team counted on them, and they didn't show up.
And Corner Tigers are off on a winning streak, 2 games out of 2.
It was always gonna be. They've got a strong and sound bowling lineup.
The bowling try.
And the batting when it clicks, Ahmed and Viren when they click, it's a very good batting lineup.
Like at the end they had like the last game, the previous game.
They had around a strike rate of 200.
Yes, both of them.
Yeah, close to that, yeah.
Wow.
And it just shows like if everything clicks for them, it's gonna be a very tough game.
Unbeatable team. Yes, they're very hard team to
Was
beat.
it against Huskies?
Which game? The first game?
The first game it was against Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah.
Chargers, oh yeah, that was too bad on Prakar, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. It was Prakar's first game too, like with the new team and
Coming off after a semester, yeah.
He was there alone stranded.
So that's the case. Even in your game, well, if we can talk about the second game or the third
game, yes.
Khanzada played a quality knock of 50
Now
runs.
50 runs. Congratulations.
Sanjit came like strong with 10. But other than that, they didn't have anyone else hitting. And I think the Prakash team did very well, gave few extras.
Mhm.
Like
They
counting.
gave only 3 extras,
Yeah.
by the way.
Oh yeah.
So
Wow.
that's actually a very good thing.
I think one came by a girl, so I guess only 2 extras, which is incredible.
They got a really good bowler in Akash. Like he's constantly chipping in 4 wickets here and there, like always. Like even for this game, he took like 2 wickets and gave away 17 runs.
He's gonna learn so much more.
Yeah,
When you
he's
look at
just
it,
the first
he's just
year.
the first year.
Yeah.
He's gonna learn so much more, and his attitude. At the end of the day, it's all about the attitude. When you talk to that guy, he actually listens.
Yeah.
He wants to learn. He wants to improve, and that helps him a lot. That helps his team a lot. That's a very good sign.
Yeah. And when you were batting with Sanjay, what was your like thought process? Because you were like the one who like you guys were batting first, right?
Yeah,
So, like what
I-
was your
I
target
think-
in mind against Chargers? Like,
I think our target was around 70, 75,
Okay.
right? I think even 66 was defendable. We got off to a bad start.
Okay.
I think I shouldn't have pulled that over, right? Should have kept a bit more pressure.
Okay.
Also, I think I could have utilized Ben a bit more, but it's a learning experience. As like I've captained last year, right? But like it's a good wake up call, right? I'll learn from it, right? I'll learn from my mistakes and try to do better next time.
Yeah. And you scored another third 50. How does it feel?
That's-
Third 50.
I know, third 50,
You're the leading run scorer.
it's amazing, but it's quite disappointing at the same time. Last game, I didn't perform, his lucky
Yeah,
bowler,
the first game.
right? But yeah, my team won. I was very proud that my team won. The thing that's very important to me is that my team wins, other than runs, to be honest. Yeah.
In the first inning, where do you think you could have capitalized better? Like what difference you could have made? Like as a whole team together?
I think, excluding me, I think the other batsmen need to take a bit more responsibility, right? Try to go for a few shots, and also rotate the strike. I think there were too many dots, right?
True.
Yeah.
Like except you and Sanjay, it's more like a binary code here. It's 0 0
Yeah,
0
but you
1.
look at Abhay, the new bowler for Prakash.
Oh yes.
2 overs and only 7 runs given.
Oh.
He was bowling good line and length.
Good line and length,
Good line
and
and
the
length,
ball was
right?
coming in with the angle for
with
it.
the angle.
Hmm.
Yep.
Very fascinating bowler.
We have a good round of like Fosha showing up this time.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
interesting and like good talent coming up.
Yeah, we also had a bit of controversy with Akash Patel during the first over. He was, I think, a bit difficult to read.
Okay.
But yeah, we had a problem with his action, but later on, I think the umpires figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, you look at him, if you can see the ball, I believe, in the league at least,
Yeah.
you have to give a leeway for the bowler so that he can, I mean, see, you shouldn't be allowed to cheat, I mean.
Yeah.
But still give them a leeway so that they can learn.
True.
The league can be, because if you take him out,
Mhm.
then Prakash Singh would have been shorter bowler.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, like I think the bowlers themselves are aware,
Yeah,
right?
They genuinely should. But as umpires, I think so all of us know that it can be very hard on the bowler.
True.
Because the league right now, the cricket as a whole is very hard on bowlers, yeah?
True.
Cricket as a whole is very hard on bowlers. It's become a batsman's game. And that's why I myself feel that whenever we can give a bit of leeway here and there to a bowler, I think it's fine.
True. Makes sense. And in the second innings, like, where do you think like strikers lost their momentum? Like, what could have done better in like defending the score? Like
The first over was terrible.
Okay.
I mean, we got the wicket first ball, but I think those 2 no balls costed us a lot. We didn't have Talaslam,
Mhm.
or there's a new bowler, but we didn't have him either, right? I think that I could have, as I said, utilized Ben a bit better, right?
Okay.
Maybe introduce him a lot more earlier,
Yeah,
right?
he was the last bowler. to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
in,
yeah. Because it worked for us last game, right?
Mhm.
He had around 13 runs to defend, and I
Defend
think he
it.
only gave 1 run,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think 4 was a bit harsh on him, right? Around 7, 8, he could have defended it, right? But I think moving forward, I think I should utilize Ben a bit better. Also, like first over, maybe I want to put more pressure on the other team.
True.
Yeah, and credits to Prakar. He played a phenomenal
Yeah,
innings.
he-
It was very calculated,
Yeah.
very calculated, and yeah,
That's why I've always kind of been an advocate of chasing. Because when you chase, you know exactly what to do,
True.
whom to target, when to go. Because I saw Kashyap bowled a very bad ball, slow, wide shot, and Prakar didn't go after him because he knew that wasn't the bowler he had to go after.
Yeah.
Then when Saurav came, it didn't matter what Saurav bowled.
Yeah.
Prakar went after him and scored like 20 runs off it over.
Yeah, he scored like 2 overs, he went like 22.
Yeah,
22.
and after the first over in which Saurav gave only 3-4 runs, and his second over going off for 19, 18, 20 runs. That's so smart by Prakar because he knew what to do,
Yeah.
and he clearly has the ability to do.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And I think so. Strikers did well. They tried their best, the best, but you can't take anything away from Prakar in this
you
series.
can't take
True,
anything
yeah.
away from Prakar. Also, like working more on white. Also, the fielding effort, right? I think we
Yeah.
dropped a bit of catches. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of catches.
Yeah,
2, 3.
I remember I
Right.
was the umpire for the game, and I think so twice or thrice I had my finger up, but then they dropped the catch, so I had to I had to correct myself.
Also, I think in fielding we need to be a bit more agile. I think few of the boundaries we could have prevented it, right?
Talking about fielding, in the first game, the fielder was standing at covers on deep cover for Ahmed. Did extremely well, stopped a certain six
Oh,
by
Revan Tambi, yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
stopped a certain
But
six
That was a
by
phenomenal effort.
jumping quite high, and I think so. Props to him.
Yeah.
Those 6 runs came in so handy for him.
Yes. Phenomenal feeling effort.
Yeah.
Exactly. Khan, why did you end up bowling only 3 balls? Like, you just give up, like, oh, they're hitting me for 6s and I don't want to bowl
Well,
anymore.
they weren't hitting me actually. I bowled 2 no balls, 2 beamers.
Two beamers, yeah.
Mohsin was umpire. I think he could
Were you
explain better.
angry at the batsman? Were you angry at the batsman?
No, not at all. I actually like. I bowl
I think so,
alright.
yeah, you're like, oh, I scored 15, now no one else has scored. I scored enough for the day.
I think I should start bowling spin.
Well, I think so. The first 2 balls were pretty good, but after the first beamer, that was actually a very, very risky ball for the batsman to face because this guy, he's developed pace, and when the ball comes straight at your face, it's actually quite difficult for the
I
batsman
think
to move it.
because I'm so accustomed to hard ball right now, right? It's harder to grip the tape ball, right? I think I need a bit more practice, and maybe I could start pace or just.
But anyways, I think so. Yeah, removing Khan as a bowler also hurt them a bit because Khan on his day can bowl well.
Yeah.
The days are less, but he can bowl well.
Also, we don't have any extra bowlers too,
Yeah.
right? We didn't
I mean,
have.
I
I
don't
mean,
think so.
Sajid Ajmal, like he wasn't supposed to bowl,
Mhm.
but he came in, he bowled.
I don't think so. A lot of teams have extra bowlers, except maybe Ahmed's team.
Yeah.
Everyone else has a restricted amount of bowler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like when we talk about my team, if Osman doesn't come, we're short one
I
bowler.
mean, Hasnain could bowl a bit.
But Hasnain's line and length is very erratic. Very. I mean, you never know.
True. Coming to that game, Wolfpack versus Huskies.
Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a good game. I'd say Usman took the game away. Like in 4 overs,
Yeah,
you guys were like 50
at
or
50
something.
and then Usman got out, and then the next 3 overs, you guys bowled pretty well.
At a point, I was like, maybe this might be a big day for us, like a long day.
That was a
like
bashing.
or something.
That was a bashing. I mean, especially a seam over.
Yeah, Usman.
Right?
And
He took
the
it for
thing about
3 sixes,
Usman
I think.
is he punches off his back foot and it goes for 6s.
Yeah.
So you can't really like bowl short to him. You can't really bowl.
Yep.
It's very tough. It's very tough for a bowler when
Yeah,
you.
there's a very less margin of error.
The thing with Usman is also that he's so attacking that there's always a chance. There's
Yeah.
always a chance for a bowler, especially playing in this gym.
Yeah.
When you hit a perfect shot, it goes up,
Yeah.
it may rebound and come back.
That's how he got out.
That's how he got out, yeah.
Like it went for a 6. Like
It
it
generally-
almost went
yeah.
for a 6.
And then it hit the big
Yeah.
pipe, came back, and he was caught out. So that's what I'm saying. But kudos to him. He played an
Yeah,
amazing
he
out.
was very
Also,
active.
amazing innings by Raghav,
Raghav
right?
tried his best while
Tried his
chasing, but I
best,
think so.
yeah.
The score was a bit too much
True.
at the end.
I feel like we lost the momentum in the beginning where we could have like scored a little quicker, or even not quicker. We could have just like rotated the strike a little
Yeah,
more.
capitalized a bit more.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean,
But I think
when
he
you look
faced
at
a lot of
Asad bowled very well.
Asad bowled really well. Yes, he had like what 7 runs in 2 overs.
He has some bad days, but you know,
Yeah,
I think
on
he
his
makes
good
up for
days,
it.
Yeah, he makes up for it.
He makes up
Definitely.
for it,
Because-
yeah.
He has been doing this role since so long. Bowling for Wolfpack, he's always opened their bowling. He's always been a strike bowler for us. I mean, he goes for runs some days, but I think so. His unorthodox action that he
Oh,
did
yeah,
look,
that too.
it's very difficult to read. And when we look at him, like look, he bowled 2 overs,
Hmm.
gave 7 runs, took 2 wickets.
Even the extras was like 6 runs.
Yeah, and I think so. We did very well in that because like first game we gave away 22 extras,
Yeah, and then
and
very
that
good
came back to haunt us. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why giving away six is also a bit too much.
yeah,
We can definitely cut them down, but still it's better than giving away 22. Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
And batting wise, I think so. Usman did very well. Hasnan also like
Yeah, Hasnan also had like played a very like
Yeah.
and an anchor innings with
Yeah.
Hasnan.
Do you-
Oh, with sorry Usman.
Do you
Yeah.
think you guys could have been a bit more aggressive? Right?
Initially, yes, but what I said,
I mean-
told my openers was to like told Kevin to like attack, and I gave Asim more of like a anchoring role, but that didn't work out. Like
Yeah, because
he
Kevin went
got
to hit
out.
and he got
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, but it was a good shot. Just like unlucky straight went to the fielder, a little left or right would be a 4.
Yeah.
easy.
But either or, like yeah, then
That's the thing when you're coming
I
off
mean-
a long break for Kevin,
Yeah.
right? He's
I mean, when you
he's been
look
on a
at
break.
72, right? It's a psychological mark. Like if you think about it, 70s around
10
7
runs
and
and
over,
over.
10 runs and over.
Yeah.
It's more of a psychological game
no,
too, right?
but anything is changeable here. Like on your good days, like even
Anything's
there's-
changeable,
Yeah,
anything's changeable.
like I've seen teams chase 90 easy.
Yeah, anything's chaseable. Genuinely anything's chaseable. And against our bowling lineup, which to be frank is not that great. I mean, you look at Asad. I think so. He's the only one who bowls for the university team. I don't bowl. Usman comes, bowls spin,
Yeah.
and if Usman's not here, then we really don't have a third bowler.
Yeah, but Yasa though, a very good spinner.
Yasa hasn't been bowling for us because like last semester, you know what happened. He bowled quite a few no ball, but I think so. We'll have to give him a chance again. And you look at Assam.
Assam Sheikh,
yeah.
He gave away 8 overs. Honestly, we were planning to target him, but he kept his composure.
The thing,
A very good line in
yeah,
it.
see, he's not fast.
Yeah.
His
he's
ball
very
is swing.
weird.
But
He's
the
very
thing
weird,
is,
yeah.
his line and length is just at the stumps, simple,
Yeah.
not too full, not too short.
No, I think he bounces the ball too much.
Yeah, that-
right?
that-
But it's also like very unorthodox,
Yeah,
right?
because-
Players are not used to it, right?
Yeah.
So they find it difficult.
You would know Khan.
Khan got out in a very,
Yeah, it was a very bad ball.
very
I
unfortunate
wanted to
manner.
punish it, but
Yeah. But what can you do? It's beginner's luck maybe for him,
Maybe.
playing his first Interhouse League.
Got took the wicket of the leading runs for.
Yeah. But the thing with it, like you look at stuff, at the end of the day, you have to realize that every game, if you capitalize on when you get the chance, it's winnable.
Yeah, true. Very true.
And I think so we capitalized well. You guys, you batted very well, but I think so the other batsman let you down. You scored what, 37?
35.
Yeah, and that's a very good score in what, 5-6 overs.
Yeah. But it's just like if I had like one more batsman who could rotate the strike, like go for an odd boundary here and there, like our score would have been like a little more.
I think so. Asim
Also?
let you down in that game.
He didn't let me down. He just like he couldn't like put away the good ball. Like he was hitting the ball away, but it just wouldn't go to the gap.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Like,
like
it's
just
just
tough
bad
on him,
luck.
tough
Yeah,
on him,
yeah.
bad luck. But the thing is, he can.
So guys, these were the games for this week. So for next week, we have Huskies versus Karani Tigers. What do you guys think about it?
Tough game for Huskies. We all know how good Corner Tigers are, and if I think so, the full team shows up, then it's gonna be a tough game. But you never know.
I think if you can take like early wickets, for example, if you get Bashar or Viren out, like how they got out against Starks, I think we have a good opportunity to like restrict them under 50, like how Starks got them. Like once Bashar got out and Viren not being there, like their batting line was completely open, like were completely exposed. So if we can get a quick wickets here and there, I think we have a strong chance to like restrict them on the total and chase it down.
Yeah, but you have to remember that you have to restrict them under 50.
Yeah.
Because anything above 50 for them is
Very
easily defendable.
True, but
Against
either or
any-
if like one of the balls goes away for runs,
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's a sport. It's
Yeah.
a game. You
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know. Anyone can beat anyone.
next game strikers will start. What do you think?
what do you think, Mohsin? I mean, I'm playing the game.
What's your stat?
When you look at strikers, they've got the leading run scorer.
Yeah.
They've got Khan with them, and they got another good batsman in Sajid. And then their bowling line is a bit shaky, but if Kashyap shows up and if Saurav can come back from his last game, then it's not a bad bowling lineup. And if Khan can, keep his length, actually get the ball to
Don't
bounce.
forget Ben.
Ben,
Ben.
I think so. Ben, in controlling his line and length, he's the best bowler in UCC because he darts the ball right at the leg.
Yeah.
He's quick
And-
too. He's very quick.
With the short run up, he's actually very quick. People don't realize that, but I think so. He's quicker than I am. and my run-ups way too long for that.
You'll be facing against Gandhi, like you'll be batting against Gandhi. He took 3 wickets. What's your strategy facing him? What do you say, Gandhi?
I have a lot of history with Gandhi. I think every time I've played Gandhi, I've played really well. So good luck to Gandhi.
Are you saying that you're gonna play that, continue form against him, hit him for 6s?
I'll try to. I think Gandhi is a good target. You know, good to, good to get ready for Corner Tigers. I think, right? We have them. I think week after.
Yeah, so basically it'll be like a training game for you. Facing
Hopefully,
Gandhi.
I'm not gonna say
Bit
much.
overconfident,
I'm not gonna say much, right? I think that we could not easily. Okay, it's gonna be a tough game, but we'll try our best. Depends even if Imtihan and Imran comes in, right?
And if they show up, I think so. Gandhi's team has a good batting lineup, but entire Imran didn't show up against Corner Tigers.
Yeah.
They actually let Gandhi down. But if they show up, they're a very good team. Got a lot of experience with them.
Yeah.
A lot of experience.
And third game, the last game, Starks versus Royal Chargers. That's gonna be an interesting game.
Prakar versus Gandhi. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting game. Very interesting game.
I think the team chasing second probably has a better chance of.
But let's hope Gandhi and Prakar take. I don't want them to fight against each other, but if they have a nice go, it'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Like a nice banter going on.
I mean, it's all fun.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games, yeah.
Or Prakar might get banned again.
Ooh.
No, I don't think so. In the game, you have to remember it's all in the spirit of the game, and sledging is done by what international cricketers do, and if you sledge in the limit of the game, I think it's fine.
Yeah. It'll be a fun game to watch, though.
Very fun game to watch.
So we're starting this new thing, audience question. So every week, an audience will be posting it on stories, and they'll be sending us questions. So first question is for Wolfpack and Mohsin. So the question is, will Wolfpack ever beat Tigers in playoffs? It's 5-0 currently.
I think the first Tigers should think of making the playoffs.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
But they will. They most probably will. They are on top of the table, and hopefully we will too. And hopefully we'll have a good go at them. I mean, we always do. We always fight against them. We always give our best. We've come short in the last 5-6 games against them. But the thing is, it's always been a silly mistake here and there. I remember one game I dropped Ahmed when he was at 2 and 3 and he hit us for 30-10.
Okay.
It's always been a silly mistake, chasing 6-7 runs in the finals over, and we couldn't do that. So I think so. We've been improving through years, and I think so. This year we have a strong case to make for ourselves, and we'll have a proper go at them. You never know though what can happen.
So Khan, the second question is for you. Strikers seem to be over relying on Khan for batting, and Sanjit is not in form. What's your solution for that?
I think Sanjit's form has dipped a bit, but I think he's a very good player. I think he could want to work on his game. He could do a lot better, right? Maybe I'll give other people a chance, but I have no doubt he'll come back. He'll make a strong comeback. So I'll stick with him for now.
I mean, when you look at it, every player goes through a dip of form, yeah. And the only thing you can do is play proper cricketing shots, take singles here and there, get your confidence back. And he's a good player, he knows it himself, and he'll be back before we know it.
Yeah, very true. That's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Next week we'll have new guests, new show, and we'll catch you next week. Thank you so much. Take care.